Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. Welcome. We are mid-spring break week, or at least my kids are, and we just stayed home, no travel this year, partially because we have a new cat friend who we added to our household last week. You probably met her last week in the last episode, and if you didn't, go take a look. She might join me to hear, I don't know, she's around, so it's possible she'll jump up my lap and say hi, but I don't know yet. She's been super fun and keeping us really entertained, and she's just a really good match for our family, so we are so excited. As I predicted last week, I have not been able to work on any of my fun sweater projects that I cast on a couple of weeks ago. I've been sharing them each week. I have 3 new design projects that I'm kind of diving headfirst into right now, and I can't show any of them, so I was like, what am I going to show this week? I just didn't even know, but then something came in the mail, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, and I'm going to need your opinions and your advice and your help, so stay tuned so you can tell me what you think about this. Before I get into that, I want to thank you so much to so many of you who donated to Knit for Food last week after my video. I couldn't believe it. It's just so cool to see what we can all do together just with knitting. And if you don't know, Knit for Food is a 12-hour knit-a-thon. It's happening this year on March 23rd. It's knitters from around the world knitting for 12 hours and fundraising. And we fundraise before the big day, and then we do a big push that day of. But let me look and see if we're hitting the goal. The whole Knit for Food-a-thon group of knitters, and you can join if you like. Just go to knitforfood.com. You can join. You can knit with us and fundraise, or you can donate. I'll put the link below because it's amazing. So thank you all thank you for your donations. Seriously. So we have raised, our goal this year is $200,000 for the big group. And if you don't think that's doable, we are already at $183,352. We're like 91% of the way to $200,000, and it's not even March 23rd. So this is like, if you ever underestimate knitters, don't, because we do not mess around. It's just amazing. It's amazing what we can do together. Your $5 donation makes a huge difference. Your $10 donation makes a big difference. Each dollar really goes to people in need and to help fight food insecurity and help feed people in our communities. So all the funds raised are split evenly between Feeding America, World Central Kitchen, No Kid Hungry, and Meals on Wheels. So it goes far. Your donations go really far. So thank you so much for already supporting this cause this early on too. My goal in the beginning was $500. You guys blew that out of the water too. I was just like, I was so amazed and so touched. So just since last week when I made that video, you all have donated $1,275 just towards my little contribution to this big amount. So thank you so much. If you'd like to donate, the link is below. Thank you. Or if you'd like to help knit, that's cool too. It's not like hard and fast rules. You can knit from home. You can knit at your local yarn shop. You can knit with friends. You can do whatever you want. If you have a creative idea and you want to make like an event out of it, go for it. It really helps. It makes a big difference, and I really appreciate your support. Okay, on to the thing that I need your advice and your opinion on. So I told myself I was not going to buy this. I didn't need it, whatever. I talked myself out of it like 6 different times, but I had been thinking about this and kind of obsessing over the photos of this since probably December, maybe December. And you know when you can't get something out of your head and you just keep thinking about it, and then you see pictures and you're just like, I probably need this. Even if I don't need this, I just would really enjoy this. So it went on sale. This is not sponsored or anything, but this is the Purl Soho Linen Quill Minis set. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me post about it 100 times because I've been obsessed with it. And they have 2 free patterns that are really good. The photos are incredible, and that's the hard thing, that I can't decide which project to make with this. So I'm going to unbox this with you, and then you can help me decide which project to make because I want to make them both. and I can't decide. So let's unbox this. I can't wait to see this in person because I've been like drooling over the pictures ever since they posted last winter. And so here it is in real life. And yeah, I do work with Purl Soho on some things. I've done some design work for them, some little collabs here and there, but this is not a gift or anything. This is something I bought with my own money and I just wanted it, and it's not sponsored at all, but okay, let's take a look. They always have the best packaging, the best tape, the best like tissue packaging situation. Always a nice little postcard to come with your yarn. And this is exciting. Use some scissors to open this tape ever so carefully. Okay. Sleeve number one is these cool colors. Sleeve number two is the purples and neutrals. Wow, and the skeins are kind of bigger than I expected, actually. Sleeve number three is corals and pinks and oranges and red. Oh my gosh, and some peachy, oh my gosh. And then the fourth sleeve is some browns and a neon yellow green and a yellow gold warm color situation up there too. So this is the Linen Quill Minis set. Oh my gosh. So I pulled up all the details here so we can go through this whole thing. And I have photos and I'm just gonna lay it all out there and then we're gonna talk about it. So the Purl Soho Linen Quill Minis set. Our bundle of Linen Quill Minis is a glorious confluence of natural fibers, gorgeous colors, and all the creativity and beauty they inspire. That's how I feel, inspired. Like I wanna make something so beautiful with this set. It's so pretty. The fibers are beautiful. So it is 50% fine Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen. And the colors are so beautiful and vibrant, and there's such a big mix of colors in here. And the beauty of the two free projects that they offer with this, and you can make lots of other things, but I do love these two free projects. But I love the color combinations they make. They mix and match really oddball colors sometimes, and it ends up looking so incredibly cool. And yeah, it's just all so bright and vivid, and I absolutely love it. I don't regret this set at all. Okay, so you get 40 25-gram balls of linen quill. This yarn has a richness that comes from the three fibers contributing in their own way to its color and character. Altogether, the yarn in this kit is 4,360 yards, or 1,000 grams. It's a lot. It's so amazing. I'm sorry. Okay, it kind of blows my mind. It's genius. They got me, hook, line, and sinker. Okay, there's two free patterns. And I'm gonna start with the Joy of Color scarf, and I'm gonna show you some pictures right here so you can see what it looks like before I talk about it. So this scarf is knit in the round. You hold two different colors together, swapping them out one at a time. And so you're creating a smooth transition of complex colors that marl together and change one at a time into the next. And so I really love how this looks. It's just so cool, so simple. And that's what Purl Soho always does, is they have something simple and modern, but they're using these colors so beautifully. And I did have to open my package so I could just see and feel this yarn. It is beautiful. It has a beautiful texture. It's a little bit springy, and you can tell there's linen in there, and you can feel the wool. It feels very, very nice. It's not scratchy, but you can feel it. It's like a wooliness that, and the alpaca, you can tell there's alpaca, you can tell there's wool, and you can tell there's linen. So you can kind of distinguish all three of those things in this one yarn. And look how gorgeous. That's, of course, my color. I had to open this one first. But, okay, let me read more about the scarf. So the scarf is knit on a US 7 needle because you're holding the two strands together. So you want a US 7 4.5 millimeter, 16-inch circular, and you're knitting it in the round like a tube, which I love. You can just see, that sounds very nice and meditative to me as far as like what I want to be knitting with this. It's very appealing on a kind of bigger needle because it's kind of a little itty bitty yarn on its own, but holding two together beefs it up a little bit, and then it's on a US 7, and that will, I feel like, go quickly. Okay, the circumference, there's two sizes of this scarf. So you can knit the small or the large. The small is 14 inches around circumference-wise and 79 inches long. The large is 20 inches circumference and also 79 inches long. So I think they're the same length, but one's a little narrower. And then I was reading in the comments underneath the pattern on Purl Soho, and you can go to Purl Soho, both the patterns are there, and you can absolutely use your own yarn from stash to make any of these projects because these patterns are free. They're so generous with all their pattern writing and sharing, so you can go check them out yourself. But I was reading in the comments that this kit, since there's so much in this kit, there's so much yardage here, you can make 2 full small scarves out of this. And then if you actually, I mean, this isn't official, but if you decrease the color rounds by 1 or 2 rounds, you can actually squeeze out 2 large scarves as well out of one kit. So that's also very appealing because I could make 2 scarves, or you could make like a scarf hat. Like I could, you know, come up with a matching hat-ish. It wouldn't be as many colors, but you can make a couple hats, a few hats even. So that's another benefit. Each marled color melds into the next one, from a golden pink to a bronze lime to a verdant orange, and on and on. That is very appealing. With 40 colors of linen quill in this bundle, you have to keep organized. This is the fun, interesting part. We recommend sorting your colors into bags of similar shades, reds, blues, greens, yellows, etc., to make them easier to find. This is smart. If you lose any labels, be sure to consult the color guide included with your bundle. Oh, is there a color guide? Yes, I did. There's a color guide. Oh my gosh, I love a color guide. And on the back, it lists all their names. Oh my goodness. Do you want to hear the names? You do. Okay, you can look at this as I read the names because you'll probably be able to tell which is which. Bright Flamingo, Red Poppy, Super Orange, Peachy Pink, Peony Pink, Lychee Pink, Kiln Red, Chestnut Red, Baked Earth, Butterscotch Yellow, Turmeric Yellow, Golden Wheat, Buttercup Yellow, Raw Sienna, Fresh Nutmeg, Pine Cone, Golden Green, Lemon Lime. This has got to be lemon lime. Pale Oats, Pale Celery, Grasshopper Green, Fresh Pickle, Clover Green, Eggshell Blue, Bird's Egg Blue, True Turquoise, Cobalt Blue, Blue Pansy, Kettle Black, Stillwater Blue, Stonewall Gray, pale mushroom, wheat flower, lavender opal, crocus bud, purple clematis, magnolia blossom, and pink pop. If you're like me, you love yarn names, and that's just like the most fun. Anyway, this is so cool. I'm glad that they mentioned this when I was reading through this, because I might have accidentally thrown this away. And it's good to have that list in case I lose something, because it's very clearly labeled in case you do lose your yarn label and you want to follow the pattern with their numbers and the exact colors they suggest. So anyway, that's kind of fun. And I do want to put this back with its group so I can organize it later. Okay, where was I? With 40 colors of linen quill in this bundle, you have to keep organized. We recommend sorting your colors into bags of similar shades to make them easier to find. If you lose any labels, consult the color guide included with your bundle. You will always be knitting with 2 different color yarns, and every time you change colors, you'll cut one yarn, then add a new yarn to the remaining yarn, creating a new color combo. And then they have a whole section recommending how to take care of all the ends, because you're going to have a lot of ends. So they tell you how to join a new color and then kind of weave it in as you go. And there's a lot of ways to do that. I also love the weave in Stephen West technique for ends. So I could see myself using that, but they also suggest this way in the pattern. And then it says any of the little tails you have left over will stay secure and will be hidden on the inside of the scarf, because that's right, it's knit in the round in a tube and everything will be inside. So that's really nice and kind of mindless and not so much to deal with. Okay, so you can stretch this kit to make 2 scarves if you knit just a couple rows less than what the pattern calls for. Even such a small change as a row or 2 will cut down on yardage significantly over all the color changes, which makes sense with that many balls of yarn and that many switching one at a time with the color marling. So that will take a couple inches off and make it able to make more things. So that's the scarf project. Tell me below if you vote for this scarf. But first, let's talk about the incredible blanket. And let me show you pictures of the incredible blanket. This is also by Purl Soho. All these photos are from Purl Soho too. I don't want to take any credit for any of this. This is from their website with this kit. This is the incredible blanket. Check it out. So the incredible blanket is knit on US 4, 3.5 millimeter, 40-inch circular needles. The finished size is 51 inches by 51 inches, so it's a square. The pattern is worked over a multiple of 2 stitches. To spare yourself weaving in dozens and dozens of tails, we recommend knitting them in every time you join a new color at rows 1 and 3. And so they explain again how to best weave in the ends as you go, which is very smart. Nobody wants to do that at the end of a whole blanket with ends everywhere. And even while you're knitting it, who wants to have all those ends hanging out? So they have a brilliant solution for each project. They have their own way of dealing with the ends, which is very, very smart. Purl Soho never leaves anything like vague or like you're not sure what to do. They always have really good instructions. They always have videos and everything else. So that's always really nice. So the color order for the blanket is a little bit different because you're not using 2 strands at a time. You're just using 1 strand at a time. And that's the other thing is if I decide to do the blanket, it is on US 4s, which are much smaller than a US 7. So it's definitely more of a long-term project. And I've never done a temperature blanket, but this to me would be like my non-temperature temperature blanket. I don't care about the temperatures. I don't have a personal like drive to make a temperature blanket, but knitting a blanket over the course of a year does sound really fun to me. Like just whenever you have time, do a couple rows while you're sitting on the couch. That sounds nice. So this would definitely be more long-term. Scarf could be more short-term. smaller needles, bigger needles. What do I want to do? I've been just weighing this in my mind since I got this box and I don't know yet. So let's read more about the color order for the blanket. So knitting this blanket is all about the fun and surprise of color relationships, of striping two colors that you might normally think that have no business being together and discovering that they actually make each other sing. That's a beautiful sentence right there. I love that. I love weird, unexpected color combinations and like the vibration between two colors that you normally wouldn't put together. Some that blend, some that like pop. I love playing with colors like that. And I think this would be really fun. Like for sure would be really fun. Along the way, your heart will open. Your heart will open to new colors that you've never loved before. Wow. And you may never see the world the same. That's a lot for a blanket to do. Like, this is such a beautiful opening paragraph that this really does inspire me, actually. This is so beautiful. Here's how to do it. Grab 4 vessels. We used paper bags. Put the following colors into 2 bags. If you've lost any of the labels, you can refer to your color guide included with your bundle. A bag of warm colors includes this big long list of warm, and then you do a bag of cool colors, and then there's a list of the cool. Now close your eyes and select one color from each bag to create a pairing. This is where they get me. Like, yes, I would love this. If they aren't high enough contrast or they're too similar to the colors you just knit, put them back and pick again. This is so much fun. Okay, I think I want to make the blanket. I don't know though. I don't know because I love the scarf. Okay. Use this pair to work rows 1 through 4 of the pattern, then set these colors aside, putting the warm one in a second bag for warm colors and the cool one in a second bag for cool colors. So each cool warm bag has a second backup cool warm bag for the ones you've used. Continue to pick and knit pairs until you have used all 40 colors once and your original bags are empty. Now use your full bags of warm and cool colors to do it all again. Oh my gosh, so yeah, you number these bags, I bet. Go through the whole cycle one time. And then as the other ones get full, you start again. Repeat this process 6 more times, 7 total, to complete your blanket. Nothing could be more fun. Nothing could be more fun. Then at the bottom of the incredible blanket pattern, it lists their exact color order for their entire blanket in case you want to copy them exactly, which I don't think I would do. I don't even think I could even pay attention to that. I'd have more fun grabbing and making pairings and making it all mismatched and weird. And that sounds like so much fun. But also there's that beautiful scarf. So here's where I need your help. Please vote below. Put in the comments which one you would pick. What do I do with this kit? Do I start like a year-long blanket type, like who doesn't, like no deadline, work on it when you feel like it blanket, pick and choose from your bags blanket? Or do I knit 1 or possibly 2 scarves? I just cannot decide. They're all so beautiful. Let's look at the pictures again before you make your comment and your vote. So I just had a thought, actually, since It does say that there's enough yardage to make a whole scarf and then you have some left. Maybe I make one scarf and then with the leftovers, I start a blanket and then I just have to buy one more kit to finish the blanket. I don't know. I really want both things now, but I should pick one. Let's just pick one. Tell me in the comments, what would you pick and why? Or how do you feel about this? Which is your favorite project? What would you rather knit? Would you rather knit the scarf on bigger needles or a blanket on little itty bitty needles? I don't know. So thank you for your opinions and your help and your advice. I love to hear what other knitters think. Would you start one thing and then do another thing with the leftovers? Would you just pick one thing? Tell me. I think I'm gonna sleep on it because I really am torn. And then I'm gonna read through all your comments and see what you think and what you would do, because I just don't know. So thank you for sharing how you feel about this dilemma. And I love reading your comments, so thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did this unboxing today. I'm having a ton of fun sharing whatever I'm doing during the week or things like this, and so thank you for hanging out with me as I do that. I appreciate every one of you. I really, really do. I love that you're here. I love hearing from you and reading your comments. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos coming up in the near future. I am posting a new video every Saturday morning, and so come back next week and we'll chat about something different. Maybe I'll have made a decision by then. And subscribe if you want to see more. And in the meantime, have a great week, have a great weekend, day, night, whenever you're watching this. Happy knitting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.